Hello and welcome back. Now we'll begin step by step to build our single line diagram. First of all, we'll need to zoom this pane here, so we can have, let's say, uh, more space. And always remember that you can zoom by holding the mouse here, control, and then rotate the mouse. So we'll begin with the first, let's say, the basic element, which is the power grid. And we just, again, if we miss that, we just click here the power grid. Automatically the mouse will take the icon of the as the symbol that we have selected, and we just click here and then just place it. As we see here, we have the connection point. So if we just zoom it a little bit, and we see that we have the connection here, that if we click that, it means that it will allow us to connect to a bus bar or to any electrical node. So each of the elements that have connection point, they will need to be connected through this icon here. If we just move the mouse around and point here, one click, and it will redirect to this kind of view. But we have another type of, if we delete the symbol by clicking delete, we have another type of connection. If we just go here and click auto connection and make sure that this is selected, if we go with the grid, it will automatically save some clicks, and you see that the mouse now has a red color and automatically will ask for the more near element that you want to connect. And but I would prefer to use the more traditional way, so you maybe deselect that. And as you see here, only if you select the pencil here, which is the edit, you can see those tools here. So those are the electrical tools here for the power system. Here in the last you have the instrumentation. If we just click, you see that this will go away, and if we click it again, those are the instrumentation, which can be current transformers, for example relays, solid state trip relays, voltage transformers, and much more. Here are all the AC elements, and here are the DC elements, inverters, DC motors, and much more that we'll see in the next lectures. If we go to PQ, to the load flow, you'll see that those will disappear and will be substituted by the settings that each module has, as we explained before. So let's go to edit again, and now each time that you insert a delete, this will take its name, a different name. So if we just click on the symbol and we just then click any of the, let's say, the parameters here, we can just move them with the mouse. So if you want to move the name, just click the name here, and then if we just double click, then we can see how to edit this. First of all is the ID that we can insert a name here, for example, so we can go for an external grid. And there is no bus now because we'll connect it a little bit later. So the connection will be 3-phase or 1-phase. We'll go for the 3-phase system. If you want to put some description here on the tag or on the name. And the service is always in, based on the revision data of the base, so we'll use the base power. If you want to lock or unlock properties, you can click here on the key. And state as built. Of course, this is if you have a project and you want to have, let's say, the history of the data, what has been. So for example, if you have put an element, this has been new, or if you have substituted bus bar or maybe a circuit breaker, you can say that it was removed or modified. But for now that we have built a new project from scratch, we'll go for the as built. And configuration, this, as we explained maybe the other courses, if you have checked our courses of PSSC, Dix Island, and PSCAD and NEPLAN, every grid, and the grid as a concept has, let's say, three, let's say, main. In some softwares it is the four, but there are three types of operation. The first is a swing. Swing, it means that it will support whatever kind of disturbance and whatever kind of active or reactive power that you request. If we select for the voltage control, it will control the voltage at the bus bar that you want, or the bus bar that is connected, and also it will go with a PQ control here with a MFR, and also it can correct the power factor control. But usually the grid has three types of functioning. A grid can be a swing, so it can absorb, or it can produce power based on the simulation. Always it can be a PV, so not the photovoltaic, but producing power through a voltage. Or it can be a PQ. A grid can be used to absorb power. So swing can do both based on what we simulate. PV, it injects power, and PQ absorbs power. Always keep in mind that. So if we go to the rating here, for the moment we will go for the swing, and then we can change it later based on what we simulate. We'll see that in the load flow section. So if you go to the rating now, every load or grid or every element that can have some features like power, voltage, has let's say some type of categories. How you do that, how you model. So if we are having some study cases, ETAP has previously pre-created some study case like design, normal, shutdown, standby, accident, summer or winter. So in case that you will perform different types of load flows, you don't need to for each case to redo or to rewrite the value. So you say that if I want to do a normal, I will put a value of x, and if I want to do an emergency load flow, I will put another value of epsilon, and if I want to have a summer load, my grid will have another z. So you have different types of configuration of the load based on the analysis that you will do. This is a nice feature of ETAP. The rated kilovolt now will go for balance, not for unbalance, because if you go for unbalance, it means that you have to insert here the voltage and magnitudes for each phase, but we'll go with the principle that all the phases have the same voltage and the same angle. So the angle of voltage is the same for every phase, and here the operation will go for the default ones because it's a swing bus for the moment, and we'll rate it as let's say for the moment we can go to 110 kilovolt. It will be a high voltage, very high voltage grid. The short circuit, now we can type, we can put here if it's grounded or if it's a delta. I would like to be a grounded connection, or you can select the delta here to be more short for, and this time we can go for the Y connection. So maybe we don't need it for one phase because they will be automatically calculated. So you can here toggle how you want to model the short circuit based on MVA, on KVA. So you want to insert directly the short circuit power, you want to input the voltage ampere, or you can want to input just in the kilovolts. So I will go for the three phase to be high, like 100 megawatt, and the XR, for example, to be like at least, let's say, 0.7, or it can go up to 7. So remember that this is always let's say 7 to 1 to 10, so it's like the X by R ratio. And let's see that for the moment we will go for example of 0.7 here, and see how they're automatically calculated based on the percentage here. So I will go for 0.1 for example, and which means that the ratio is 1 by 10, and 0.1 here also. And if you want to select only the delta, you can go only for that 0.1. And look, if we just insert the power, the transformer formulas which are implemented by ETAP has automatically the voltage, and by the formula which is like U by short circuit power, short circuit power by voltage in the calculated again by voltage. So the power of 2 of the voltage, the ETAP makes automatically some calculations here. So even if you put 10 here, you will see that you will have another values here. So we'll go by 0 by 1 here, And now we'll go for the time domain. It's how it's being calculated into how this is treated into dynamic analysis. So if we have some external data, so that you maybe input energizing, or you want to insert some other data based on your project, you can insert here external data, but we'll go for the fixed category and constant, so it's just a normal grid, not a grid from gas or oil or something, that it will go just normal here. The harmonics for now we are not going to model, because we will do it in the harmonic analysis and reliability. You see that they have some parameters here that is automatically calculated previously. Also, you can put your own parameters, which can be the lambda here and the mu. Also, if you can choose from a library here, but for the moment we'll go for a normal one. And if we do a reliability study, you can input some data here. The energy price now it's for another more complex calculation. So if you are modeling a huge city and you want to insert the energy price, but this will not be, let's say, part of our course, because it's so complex and so, let's say, dedicated to a single, it's also part of the power system skill. So, and the remarks, you can insert your own, let's say, data here and the comments. So most two tabs, those are mostly for comments and details. So remember the most important are the infos one, which will the operation mode, which we'll see in the next lecture when we perform load flows, the rating, and the short circuit power. So let's click OK, and you see that if we just click the name here, we can move it. Just double click once, one click here on the name, and when it is selected, you can just move it without selection. So you just click here, you can just move it like this. So the next will be a bus here, which will be maybe the most used element here. We can just click and move, just zoom it a bit out. If we just click here and we point the mouse at the ends, at the edges, we can extend here easily. And also let's double click the bus to see what the bus contains. You see it has a lot of options now. So we'll begin by ID, which will be the high voltage busbar, and the nominal kV will be 110, because this will be connected to the grid. And you see that automatically is the initial, it's 100, the percentage. We can go with different voltage here. And if we have areas or zone, the same like in Dick Silent software, we can also we can put some let's say more let's say options here. The connection will be three phases. It will be in service with voltage minimum of 90. We can go up to 85% to be more, let's say. And the cycle also can be second or cycled. When we have a voltage limitation here, we can put some tags, name, description, and priority. In the phase V, it automatically being calculated, but you can always input your values. The load, it has also the option that I said to you before. For every element we have any type of configuration depending on what we'll analyze. No motor is connected for the moment, so we'll connect to the rating and we'll go for the IAC. This is for isolation and conductor type, but this is automatically done by ETAP, and only if you have some very, let's say, complex project or something that is from datasheet, you can input it here. The arc flash for the moment, we will not touch it here because we will do that later. Protection is also something that will be analyzed when we can put something to like grounding or an earthing transformer. And the same stands for harmonic, reliability, and remarks will be discussed later, and remarks and comments are not part of our let's say scope of study, because there are some mostly bureaucratic, let's say, in brackets. So let's click OK, and remember that we just click here automatically we can release the mouse, just move it, and we select and connect it here. So congratulations, and now step by step we are going to move further with the grid, and we'll try to populate that, and then after having all the elements that we'll need, we maybe begin to perform the first load flow. So thank you, and see you to the next lecture.